1 penny. Even before decimalisation and inflation, there wasn't much you could do with it, but one thing you could do was spend a penny in the toilets of the day. This video looks at some of the city's historic toilets and tells one or two stories about them. Firstly though, what happened before toilets? Street urination caused damage and staining to buildings, and the Public Health Act of 1875 required local authorities to address hygiene issues. Initially, this was done by anti-urination devices. I don't think we need to go into any great detail about how they worked. You'd either get wet or you'd be visible. This was one of the first public toilets in the city, outside St Andrew's Hall and dating from 1902. Provided for men, it still has porcelain urinals and cubicles inside, but is now used to store gardening equipment. Situated in front of the Maid's Head Hotel and forming something of a roundabout, here's another toilet provided for gents. What were ladies meant to do, I wonder? Elsewhere in Tombland, this was the site of these former toilets, apparently dating from the 1930s. There is a story that in the 1990s a man came up from the toilet and found himself in a different time period. He went back down and then returned back to ground level, and things had returned to normal. This 10-sided building is the oldest concrete toilet in the UK, dating from 1919. Although unusable, it still stands because it was given Grade 2 listed status in 1998 by the Department of Culture. These toilets were at the bottom of Grapes Hill, but were demolished early this century, the location now looking like this. These toilets were at the bottom of the marketplace on Gentleman's Walk. They were demolished in 1976, though I have read they were simply filled in, so may still exist down there. These former toilets are on St Saviour's Lane, nearly under the flyover, and have been closed since 2012. Now, 3 locations that I feel might once have been toilets, but I can find no evidence. Was there a toilet here in Anglia Square? What about here, the subway under the St Stephen's roundabout? And thirdly, here on Queen's Road. And let's hope you wouldn't need to use this toilet in a hurry, as it's not obvious how you'd access it. Good to see though that the shop behind is appropriately named. And finally, the Suffolk Gazette likes taking the mickey at Norwich and Norfolk, with part of the article reading as shown here. If you have any toilet stories you'd be willing to share, please add in to the comments.